It was rough. Now I'm an adult. I'm happy. I'm married. And you know what? I love being married. And I get it. A lot of comedians, they come on stage and they complain about being married, you know, or they make fun of their wives, you know, and I will be doing that in just a minute here. But I want to start out by saying how much I appreciate my wife and my marriage. And I think the reason I don't take it for granted is because my whole life, I never thought it would happen for me. I never thought I'd end up getting married. 100% because my last name is Beehner. And obviously you understand by how you're laughing. That's a terrible last name to have, especially growing up. Oh. Picture this little Johnny Beehner out at recess. All right, there's more, but I guess if that's funny enough. I'm out there at recess, I'm just trying to play kickball, whatever, just trying to fit in, but I'm having a hard time because I got the school bully circling around me chanting out, Johnny Beehner has a tiny... Well, you know how rhymes work. It emotionally, psychologically scarred me. I never thought I'd get married. I figure who's going to want to marry into Beehner. Well, I'll tell you this, about 10 years ago, the stars aligned. I was out at a bar, and I met Aaron Pagina. We fell in love. We got married. Yeah. She actually ended up hyphenating, which was interesting. It's going good. You're gonna be okay? We've been married a while, and a lot of people say, oh, you know, a lot of married couples start having kids after 2-3 years of marriage. At the 2-3 year mark, that's when a lot of couples start having kids. Okay, great. You know, my wife and I, we've talked about this, and we agree. We're not ready for kids. Not even close. You know. Incidentally, we actually have 2 kids. We're not ready for them, but we have them. We love them. We just don't know what we're doing. You know. It's very scary. Before we got married, and right after we got engaged, I would tell people that we were engaged, and everyone's advice to me was the same. They'd always say, oh, you're getting married? Hey, pick your battles. Pick your battles, buddy. That's what we say to guys when they're getting married. Pick your battles. We don't say that to women. That's not fair. What do we say to women? Oh, you're getting married, huh? You're gonna win. A lot. We were married like 6 months, and all of a sudden my wife goes out of the bush. She's like, hey, let's get a dog. I want to get a dog. I said, no, I don't want to get a dog. Let's not do that. She's like, yeah, let's get a dog. That'd be fun. You'll love it. It's great. No, I don't want to get a dog. It's a lot of work, money. Let's not do that. She's like, yeah, come on, let's get a dog. So I said, all right, you know what? I'm just going to use one of my battles here. My wife, who clearly had never been told to pick her battles, says, what is that? What are you talking about, your battle? I said, well, you know, they always say, like, pick your battles, so I'm going to use one of mine for this. Yeah, she started laughing, and then we went and got a dog. We were out to eat, the whole family, me, my wife, my kids. We're out to eat at this restaurant. And waitress came around to check on us. She's like, you guys doing okay? Anyone need anything? I said, yeah, can I get a refill of my Coke? And then my wife goes, oh, no, he's good. He's had plenty. He's fine. And the waitress goes, okay, and left. I'm sitting at the table. I'm like, what just happened? I want another Coke. I just told her I want another Coke. And then this other person that's not me said I don't need another Coke. Now I don't think I'm getting another Coke. Is this one of my battles? Do I use a battle for this? Is that what they were talking about? No, it's a Coke. Let it go, Johnny. Save them. You don't know how many battles you get. And then my wife gets mad at me because she looks at me and she doesn't think I'm listening to her, because I'm just sitting at the end of the table playing through the different scenarios in my head. I'm like... She's like, what are you doing? Where's your head? What are you doing? I'm like, what am I doing? I'll tell you what I'm doing. I'm daydreaming, me flipping the table and saying, where's my Coke? I ordered a Coke. I want my Coke. And then all the women in the restaurant will probably be like, oh my goodness, did you see that man? What an animal, he totally overreacted. And then all the guys will be like, did he? Looks to me like someone just lost a battle.
Me and my wife been together for 20 years, y'all. Thank you. 20 years. And we've been together so long, we don't even argue no more. When she get mad at me, she do real subtle stuff. She pick out my clothes. Last week, she picked out one of them real tight muscle shirts for me to wear. I ain't got no muscles, y'all. I was on stage looking like a real strong Ethiopian. Y'all may not know this, but your black family, we like to put lotion on before we leave the house. She gonna give me this lotion. It smelled good. It smelled great. It had glitter in it. I'm on stage looking like a little black disco ball. Gay dudes trying to holler at me after the show. You was up there shining. You definitely gonna be a superstar. Twinkle, twinkle, superstar. 20 years, y'all. I know a little bit about relationships. Any single ladies in here? Any single ladies? Yeah. You hear that, fellas? You hear that? Huh? Don't be fooled by that, man. Do your research before you fall in love. Go meet their mamas. I'm serious. If their mama look like a grizzly bear, I don't care how cute Ursuline is to you, she is a grizzly cub. Everything is cute when it's little. You complain about she too big. No, she not. She the perfect size for a grizzly bear her age. My friend was dating a big girl. Knew she had a weight problem because she was following McDonald's on Twitter. Her phone kept going off. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. See, I'm learning in relationships, fellas, we don't give like they give. Like we just let stuff go. You gotta communicate. That's where the breakdown is. I'm gonna give you some examples, man. If your woman is mad, you have two choices. Let her be mad or let her be mad. I just saved some of y'all right now. I just saved you. My wife don't even do social media. She don't even do it. Although she do participate in Throwback Thursdays. Where she bring up something I did in the past. And I get to the next week to defend myself. No, having a wife is a blessing, y'all. It really is. If you lucky and you blessed to have a beautiful lady by your side, take a second right now. Take a look at her. Look at her. You blessed. You are blessed. Did you know she gonna live longer than you? Did you know that? They live longer than us, man. Don't nobody know why. I don't know why, but I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do whatever she does. If she use oil of Olay, I'm using oil of Olay. She eats Special K, I'm eating Special K. I'm not gonna die and she live a good life after me. Not on my watch. Me and my wife got into a little disagreement Found out she went to the grocery store and she brought some vitamins. Oh, we taking vitamins now. So I took some of the vitamins and I let her know, hey, you know what? Kind of disappointed. I found your stash. She was like, what is you talking about? I said, the vitamins, I found them. I'm hurt. I don't even know who you are no more. She said, Ron, those ain't vitamins. Those are birth control. Fellas, you ever do something so stupid that you don't have an answer, but as a man, you have to reply? All I can say is, well, I don't want no more kids either. We're gonna take these together because we a family, and that's what we gonna do.
And I'm glad so many women are here tonight. If I could, I would like to speak first to the women. I can only speak as a man. It is the handicap I was born with. But I say this to the women, and I say it in the spirit of harmony and love and respect and all good things, and I think I speak for some men in the world when I say to you, honest to goodness, we've tried. Fellas, haven't we tried? Have we tried? Have we tried? My goodness, yes. We have tried to understand you as best we can with our tiny, underdeveloped little brains. But every time in my life that I thought maybe I understood one tiny little bitty truth about you women, I think you call a meeting, you take a vote, you change the rule. You don't tell the man in your life, because that would take the sport right out of it. You leave it up to him to figure it out for himself individually if he can. Sometimes he does, more often he does not. The game goes on. I only know two things about men and women that are always true. My whole dumb life, there's only two things that have always been there for me. Always constant. Number one, I'm a man. Number two, I'm sorry. See the married men going, hey, that's my life, brother. I'll tell you that right now. Because I have bad news for the men of America, the battle of the sexes. I'm very sorry. It's over. We lost. Look at the women. They're going, one of them finally gets it. Now we're going to have to call a meeting. Now we're having some fun, but if anybody honestly believes it's a man's world, good for you. How many of you are married? Applaud if you're married, if you don't mind. Applaud if you're married. A lot of you are. Applaud if you're single. Single people make some noise. Okay. I don't know why. Single people are always a little more enthusiastic about that. I don't know why that is. They yell and scream, hot dog. Who's engaged? Who's engaged? I know somebody's engaged. Who's going to be in? Is that right? You guys going to happen right over there? Well, when's it going to happen?
October 27th.
Oh, 4 weeks.
Yeah.
5 weeks. Yeah. Congratulations. What's your first name?
Tyler.
Tyler and Alyssa. Do you wish Tyler and Alyssa well? Do you wish them well? All the more power to you. Alyssa, how many bridesmaids will you have?
4.
4 bridesmaids. Good for you. 150 guests, 200, something like that?
Something like that.
Yeah, good for you. Good for you. Happy for you. I will tell you this. If anybody honestly believes it's a man's world, cling to those beliefs, but you do owe it to yourself to have a wedding. On the wedding day, that's when Tyler is going to find out what a very tiny piece of that day's puzzle he is. And I just want to save you from making a normal groom mistake, because so many grooms go into their wedding day thinking, wow, look at all this stuff, this beautiful hall, this beautiful church. I'm half of the happy couple today. Must be a little bit about me. No! Not your day, Tyler. Alyssa's day, not your day. She doesn't even really want you there. She may love you, but she would get married without you if she could. If she could have that beautiful ceremony and just leave you at home on the lazy boy, she would do it every time. Because we're men, Tyler, and that means to our wives, we are an accident waiting to happen. You are not going to get to make any big decisions about the day. Colors, fabrics, flowers, nothing. She'd like to let you, but you're too stupid. And I have no problem with that. I think the average woman probably does have a better sense of the artistic than the average man, don't you think? I got married, I found out my wife Sarah wanted us to have checks for the checkbook that were, get this, pretty. I'm a man, I just wanted checks that would clear. Sarah told me we were going to divide the checkbook. Turns out I got the deposit slips. It's her day, Tyler. It's not your day. Now, don't give up hope. When it comes to the marriage, you might do fine. You might do great, but not on the wedding day. Her day, not your day. Understand it. Know it going in. All will go better for you, my son. Everything will be about Alyssa. Her dress, her gown, thousands of dollars. Gorgeous, beautiful thing. Absolutely unbelievable. Thousands of dollars spent on this thing. 5 separate fittings after the ceremony. Alyssa's dress will be carefully clean pressed, folded, sealed, wrapped in plastic, saved and preserved as an altar and shrine for life. Tyler's clothing will be rented. And must be back to the shop on Monday because another man needs it next weekend. Don't let it bother you, Tyler, that 500 other men got married in your suit. You're still special. 50 years from now, Alyssa, if she wants to, could hold up that beautiful wedding gown with a tear in her eye and say, I got married in that. If Tyler can do that, he'll be holding underwear. That's the only thing you own that day that you could keep. So I say make it special, Tyler. After the ceremony, don't forget, take the underwear home. Put it up on the wall in a glass case. 30 years from now, give it to your son to get married in.
Married for 4 years now. We had a beautiful wedding. We did this Japanese tradition at our wedding where as a couple you fold 1,000 paper cranes. And then if you're able to finish by your wedding day, you're supposed to have good luck throughout your marriage. We did an Americanized version of the Japanese tradition where the man folds 995 paper cranes. And then the woman folds 5 unrecognizable paper cranes. And then for the rest of our lives, we're just going to tell everyone that we folded 1,000 paper cranes. I hope that the amount of luck that we have in our marriage is proportionate to the amount of cranes that we folded for that afternoon. I don't know why the ceiling's only leaking on your half of the bed. Maybe you should have folded more cranes. My wife and I are late to everything. It's a big problem in our relationship. It's at a point now where if we have to be somewhere at 6, she tells me we have to be there at 5:30 in order to trick us into being on time. And it never works. And the reason why it never works is because I'm not the problem. That's why it doesn't work. All tricking me does is make me mad for an extra half hour every time we're running late for something. We were running late for the movies. I went to check on my wife, and she was painting her fingernails. And my initial response is anger, because it's dark in a movie theater. No one's even gonna know what you've done. We could paint your face before we head out tonight, and no one would know. But I don't say anything, it's my wife. It's the woman that I picked out of all the women on the planet to spend my life with. And I'm a little concerned at how few of you laughed at that. That was meant to be a joke. That's a ridiculous thing to say. Picked out of all the women on the planet? Most of the women didn't even have a chance to interview for the position. Picked her out of a different group. I picked her out of the women that live near me and would say yes if I asked them to marry me. It's a much smaller group. It still means something to me, you know. I love my wife, so when I see her painting her fingernails, I keep my mouth shut. I just accept this is the life that I've chosen for myself. I live a life where I never know what's coming soon to a theater near me. And then I looked to see what color she was painting her fingernails, and she was painting them clear. And then my brain exploded. Are you even doing anything? Because it looks like you're pretending to paint your fingernails. If you need me, I'll be in the front yard mowing it with a bubble maker. You let me know when you're ready. I got so many bubbles to pop out here. She told me she painted some clear because it makes her fingernails shiny, and she likes them to be shiny. And I support her in that decision. I want them to be shiny too. I just feel like we could have achieved the same results by ordering popcorn at the movie theater. 1 large popcorn, extra butter, no napkins. We got a look we're going for. She's late to everything. One time, my wife was late to watch Netflix in our own home. And that should be impossible because Netflix starts whenever you want. We picked out a movie, and then she goes, don't start it yet. I have to go to the bathroom. And then about a half hour later, I'm just sitting there by myself, wondering what's happened to my wife. I go looking for her. I found her in the shower. And I said, why would you take a shower when you know I'm waiting in the other room by myself, staring at a blank screen like a moron? And she said, I'm not taking a shower, I'm rinsing off. And that's how my wife beats me in arguments. She just denies that she's doing the thing I said I was mad about, and I don't know how to fight back against that. I'm not smart enough. I have 37 years of life experience leading me to believe that what I'm seeing right now is called a shower. You just told me that it wasn't. I don't know where we go from here. You're in a shower. You're naked. There's water. How is this not a shower? If you were rinsing off, you'd be in a colander. I'd be holding you under the sink. It's like a bunch of grapes trying to get the pesticides off. That's how she always wins. We were on a road trip one time and she fell asleep. And I said, honey, you gotta wake up. I'm sleepy too. I want you to talk to me. And she said, I'm not asleep. I'm resting my eyes. All right. Are you also airing out your throat? Like, why has your mouth been open for the last 15 miles? You should start chewing because you have 3 gummy bears in your mouth that you don't even know about. That's how I've been staying awake. I'm over here shooting 3s with the yellow gummy bears, just trying to stay alert. I would have kept going, but I'm only giving you the gross flavors. You think you're gonna get a red one? You're not even awake, you're out of your mind. Sometimes people ask me what my wife thinks about being in so many of my jokes, and maybe this will explain it to you. I did some of those jokes on Conan about her being late to things, and hundreds of thousands of people watched it on the internet and liked the video and wrote comments about how funny it was and how they have someone in their life that's the same way. Other people wrote comments about how I look like fat versions of celebrities, but those aren't the ones I want to focus on. So, my wife was running late for something, and I brought up this video to her as evidence. I said, hundreds of thousands of people have laughed at this video, almost as if in agreement with my point of view, that it's crazy that you're late to everything. Doesn't that make you want to change your lifestyle? Just a little bit? And she looked at me and she said, me being late is our #1 source of income right now.
It's a freaky world, man. Oh. I've had a crazy life. I got married at 17. I got married so young, my children are now older than me. Got married in the church because I was raised Catholic. That is a tough religion. As soon as you're born, they charge you with the crime of original sin. That's why they baptized the baby. It's like he's a criminal. I didn't think it was fair. My folks did not plan on having me. The most I should have been charged with is leaving the scene of an accident. It's a freaky world, man. Stayed married for quite a while, 18 years, you know, and it was a friendly divorce, easy divorce, because we had nothing and she got it all. But I wanted to get married again right away because I didn't like being single, you know. I like having a wife. But the problem is I live in Hollywood and there's so many freaky women. A lot of them are just one-date women. You don't want to go on a second date with them. I tried internet dating. This woman emailed me her picture, the beautiful Susie Soto. She showed up Quasimodo. Whoa. I met another one. She said she was a cougar. We went dancing. As the night wore on, more and more of her makeup wore off. And I realized she was less a cougar and more a saber-toothed tiger. Went out with a gold digger. She jumps into my car and says, "I want you to buy me an evening dress for our date tonight." I said, "No problem. I got a Groupon at Walmart. Let's go." I'm a big spender. Finally found a wonderful woman. Having a great time. And we both said, a lot of people say that you have to work at your marriage. But no, we say, you have to have fun at your marriage. Is anyone having fun at their marriage? Yeah. Have fun. Don't let the little stuff bother you, Like if my lady doesn't shave her legs for a while, I don't get upset. I just say, "Baby, bring those sexy legs, put them on that chair so I can scratch my back, okay?" There you go. Gotta have fun at your marriage. Yeah, she gets on my nerves once in a while, but I know it's out of love. She says, you need to obey the traffic signs when you drive. Obey the traffic signs. So one day I thunked her on the skull. "Why did you do that?" "Sign said bump ahead." She's beautiful, but a little conceited. A lot of pretty ladies here tonight. Don't be conceited. I told her, you look good now, but what are you going to look like when you get older? What do they tell us to do if we want to know? Look at the mom. So I went and looked at her mom, and it gave me hope. I hope she was adopted. Oh, man. Yeah, we love each other, but we jab each other now and then to keep it fun. She tells me, "Larry, you need to learn some new kissing techniques." So I learned a new technique, and she got suspicious. "Where'd you learn that?" And I told her, Animal Planet. The orangutan's ugly, but has some great lips. And ladies, they always tell you the way to a man's heart is through his stomach. No. The way to a man's heart is to be mysterious. And what's the best way to be mysterious? Don't talk. Next time you do girls' night out, because you love girls' night out, right? And you come home to your man, he's going to say, "Hey, sweetheart, how did it go?" Don't say a word. Just give him a mysterious look like... He'll get so excited. He'll wrap you in his arms and start kissing you like he's been watching Animal Planet. And when he stops to take a breath, I want you ladies to scream out, "Thank you, Larry!" Yeah, we get along great, man. Marriage should be fun. She jabs me every now and then. I jab her back a little bit. We're having fun. She says, "Larry, you need to be more romantic like George Clooney. When he's romantic, he says beautiful things like, 'Oh, your eyes sparkle like diamonds. Oh, your hair is so soft and your skin is like silk.'" I said, "Okay, I'll try tonight. So I hurried home from work and I put on my favorite cologne, Night of the Iguana. And then when she walked in, I grabbed her into my arms. I kissed her. I said, "Oh, your lips are delicious. They taste like Dunkin' Donuts. Your eyes sparkle like ginger ale. Oh, yes. And your hair is so soft it feels like the belly of our Rottweiler. You gotta have fun at your marriage." Finally, let me leave you with this. I read a study about marriage, and it said, if you're married to the same person for 40 years or longer, you develop a spiritual connection with that person. A spiritual connection so that if the wife dies first, the husband will die within 2 weeks because he cannot stand life without her. And if the husband dies first, within 1 week, the wife goes on a cruise. Thank you very much. I'm Larry Omaha. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. Thank you, Provo.